Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, well, that's too bad, because I only got one of them then.
And he looks at you and says, "What Heaven's Gate painting?" As tears of blood begin to run down his eyes.
Oh, he's a poor Toreador. I may have activated his weakness.
I'll take a rat at this point in time. Fuck.
So you want to sneak out into the back alley and find a rat?
I think so. I need to get over this shit.
It sinks its teeth into one of your hands. The pain shoots through you, but you clench the rat tighter because it's nothing compared to the pain inside you.
Fuck. And I sink my teeth into it and just suck as hard as I can, trying to get the drugs into me as quickly as possible. Fuck. That feels real good. Time to get back to this party. As I walk back in, I
Do you go through the back or the front this time?
Oh, I go back into the back. I'm sorry, yeah, from where I came, and I just kind of like have a very pleasant smile on my face as I saunter on in. These people.
So you two are heading towards Maria.
Yes.
You approach there a little before Joe does, like a minute, if that. And she just sort of like looks up at you. Name?
I think this person might actually have my name. Jibril.
Jibril. And your sire?
At
At this point, you come walking up.
Is he not dead?
I'll patiently wait my turn and show proper respect and etiquette.
You get a nod from me.
I do have it too in etiquette, so.
Sorry, MIA, as you say?
MIA.
Oh, his sire's name is Mia.
Starts Mia.
He is not here to present you.
No, I'm a bit of a loner these days.
I see. I will inform the prince. He will be with you at the end of the party tonight. In the meantime, please do enjoy yourself.
And before anyone says anything, I apologize for my lack of dressing up. I was uninformed this would be a formal event.
You are better dressed than some of the newcomers that's coming these days.
On that note, I'll ask her who that man I was talking to earlier. I'll describe him. Is that Sam Douglas?
So, how do you describe him? Just a clean-cut individual in a nice suit?
The pretentious Toreador.
Hey,
You're gonna have to narrow it down.
what the color of his suit was, facial structure. Maybe if he had stubble, I don't know.
She'll sort of look over. I believe his name was Sam. I don't have everyone memorized off the top of my head. There are so many that come through here.
Sam. It's good to know.
You would be surprised how many Toreador come in from other cities.
Thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Sam.
Could have asked that he's one of the Princess Childer.
Oh yes, he was one of the Princess Childer. Whatever this prince is.
Oh, no. He was one of the other refugees, if you'll call him that. A lot of the Toreador make a big deal out of being the Toreador in a town with a Toreador prince. I personally don't see how it makes me any different. We're all monsters at the end of the night. And I have had to deal with far too many these nights.
On that note, if you don't mind me I have a question to ask Maria. Maria, as keeper of Elysium, how many are up in our... what is the count of our kind in this domain at this point?
How would I even figure that? Let's see. Suffice it to say, too many.
There needs to be a purge.
That was a great episode of Rick and Morty. Rough estimate.
Let us say more than most princes would be comfortable with. Fortunately for us, Don Sebastian seems to do well in keeping it under control. There are not many who would be willing to cross him.
Perception, empathy to see if I believe her that she really believes she's keeping it in control.
You don't have to roll that.
Politics.
You
Do I know she doesn't?
You've
like
been in the city for a number of years, right?
Yeah.
How long would you say you've been active in the vampire community?
at least 5 years here.
Don Sebastian, as a Toreador, you know Toreadors are most have art.
Mm-hmm.
Don Sebastian considers himself an artiste of punishment. You do not fuck with Don Sebastian.
Yeah.
The final death would be a godsend to most of the things that he does to people.
Okay.
So he keeps it under control by fear of himself. Now, there are a number of masquerade breaches that happen throughout the city. However, he's got a number of people on his payroll that are pretty good with keeping it on the down low. So while he doesn't necessarily prevent masquerade breaches before they happen, he keeps them from getting out.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I will give you an intelligence politics.
How smurred are you?
Intelligence or perception?
Intelligence. This is whether you know it or not.
Willpower.
I don't know if you can actually willpower knowing something.
The brain blast.
2 successes.
You've heard rumors. You don't know how true it is. And I mean, the anarchs like to talk. So you're not really sure if you can trust it or not, but there have been more than a few masquerade breaches caused by Don Sebastian himself, such as feeding in the middle of a crowded restaurant.
Yeah.
Also,
Can I casually broach?
processions have become more common than they should be. The Toreador, of course, involved themselves with celebrities, and there's been more than a couple instances of a celebrity being chased naked down the street by a pack of other naked vampires.
Manipulation, politics to see if I can tell how she feels about Don Sebastian.
That would be empathy.
Empathy, politics.
Go give me perception, empathy.
I can do perception, empathy.
Damn.
2 successes. Just kind of like
Standard. Well, I mean, she works for the prince, so you can kind of assume that.
she's fed up with dealing with the bullshit.
No, she seems more tired of dealing with this huge influx of people that come in on a daily basis.
Okay, not
And
so much
you know the anarchs have been swelling. There is a tendency for anarchs who cause trouble in other parts of the United States
to come here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They get encouraged. And that's probably one of the reasons that the Camarilla puts up with Don Sebastian is because he handles the anarchs that the other princes don't want to deal with.
Okay. Well, I was trying to see where she leaned in the grand schemes and how she truly felt about all of it.
As loyal as any other one of the prince's clan in the prince's city.
Okay. I will not give her my secret handshake meeting for 1 o'clock today.
But can you resist giving her some literature?
You know what? Do you have my headshot?
Max, you gave me one of those when you were first introduced, remember?
I do, but I thought you might have lost it, so here's another one.
You give me one of these every time you come to Elysium. That's how I remember your name.
Oh, that's right.
It has an updated portfolio.
There are members of the Primogen, I won't name names, that only know you as Headshot.
Enough for being a sniper.
Would that be Victor or Drusilla?
I'm not certain. I told you I'm not naming names, but the pattern is well documented. That might be why Selena is not very warm to you.
Well, you know, I figure there's no bad publicity and there's no bad FaceTime because I'm just trying to get out there.
Darling, we're in a Toreador city. 90% of it is bad publicity.
I know. But I'm not a Toreador in a Toreador city trying to get into the entertainment business.
That makes things worse.
I know. But I cannot give up on my dream.
Have you seen some of the way the Toreador treat people who aren't caitiff?
I know. Well, you have been a wonderful help, Maria. I thank you so much, ma'am. I will,
Give me another headshot.
No, give her a wink. Give her that, patented.
And then she pulls out 3 other headshots and animates it. Celerity.
But I'm gonna do,
It's just on the other side of her clipboard.
She uses them as Tinder.
charisma etiquette to
They're all marked
leave
notch.
a really good impression on her as I walk away.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Because I have a specialty in charisma.
You left a very good impression on her as Headshot Guy.
Headshot guy is a good guy.
He said, "Oh, that boy doesn't mean any harm."
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna wonder why these Toreador are so important.
I'm gonna talk to people about buying that Heaven's Gate painting.
I'll give you $2. Nope. How about one less money?
I will give you my chocolate milk.
Perception politics to see if I can hear.
I'll
any
give you my chocolate milk and my
conversation
cookie.
regarding anarchs.
I can't eat it anymore.
You won't have to roll for that. This is one giant suck-up fest.
Yeah.
And you inquire about buying the Heaven's Gate. So who would you like to talk to?
Who looks most in charge here?
You have the Keeper of Elysium. You have Selena Vega, the Toreador Harpy. There are certain members of the Primogen about. So ostensibly the Keeper of Elysium would be in charge. That would be Maria.
Yeah, I'll go to Maria. I'm like, oh, Maria, you look so busy.
Name? I've seen you before.
Wait, is that guy still following him?
Yes. Gerald, what are you doing? He's so beautiful. My word, look at those cheekbones. It would be funny if Maria started freaking out. No, it's just...
Like, he seems...
Enthralled.
Your clan weakness seems to have stricken him.
What did you do?
I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm just handsome.
I'm just beautiful. I can't help it.
It's a curse.
It's my damn specialty and my unconventional looks and appearance.
Can I help you?
Unusual question, Miss Maria, but who owns the gallery? I'd like to inquire about buying one of the paintings.
Oh, the gallery is owned by the prince, of course.
Does he have someone who handles buying the paintings? Oh, that'd be so funny if he painted it and I called it shit to a bunch of Toreador.
You know, I'm not certain what painting were you asking about. I could inquire.
That Heaven's Gate painting, I have plans for it.
Yes, that one. That is apparently one of his most prized possessions. You can see how it's enshrined the way it is. I don't think he actually painted it himself, but he seems very attached to it.
He won it in the game of Paper, Scissors, Rock on Scully Ride.
He might have won it in the game with Bazak or something.
He won it in Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, it was actually Beyblades. I suppose there's no chance of me buying it off of him then.
I can't imagine he'd part with it. Well, you see how the others fawn over it. You should see him.
I should probably keep
Yeah,
my
he's
opinions
easy
to
like
myself
this.
sometimes. I'm like, oh, well, that is that. I was like, how are things keeping up? There's so many new vampires coming in. Must be quite a burden on you.
It's a nightmare. Fortunately, I don't I only have to deal with meeting them. It's Victor is the one that handles everyone's messes.
Victor? You haven't introduced me to him, have you?
Of the Von Dooms?
Victor Gerard, he's
From Latvia? No.
he's probably here somewhere. He's the prince's, oh, what's the word? Cover-up guy?
Is there an official term? I can't remember it if there is one.
Cleaner.
Oh, he's not like one of the, what is it, the enforcers or whatever for the camera.
Sheriff.
Here we go. Must be so difficult having to deal with so many people. Especially so many sycophants. Don Sebastian must get sick of them.
The sycophants don't trouble me anywhere near as much as just the influx.
Oh well, do find time to treat yourself, Maria, as I walk away.
Not even give him money?
No, I'll be one of those dudes who just tips for everything. Put a tip on her clipboard. No,
She looks almost offended.
no I didn't do that. I was making a joke.
You can slide it in there with a headshot.
Just fold up a headshot.
So
My
would you
friend told me to
say,
give this to
would
you.
that make it a money shot? Are you that kind of actor?
Well, if nobody ends up calling.
Gotta start somewhere.
I have a unique field of film you might be interested in.
It involves animals.
Oh, I could totally be in snuff films.
I'm gonna approach Maria.
Okay.
Maria, Maria, Maria.
Now you, I could never forget. May I help you?
Pardon intruding into your conversation. I would like
Not at all. I was simply standing here.
I would like to inquire about this establishment's archives.
The archives. In what regard? Are you looking for the history of the paintings on display?
Mostly historical text, where these paintings may have come from.
Well, I would be happy to tell you about them at length. Which ones in particular? You
All
have
I know is Heaven's Gate.
You have a smattering of different stuff. There's a fair bit of reproductions, but I mean, you have your Renoirs, you have your Degas, you have your MC Eschers. You have your...
Was Dolly alive back then?
Salvador Dali.
Picasso?
Picasso was. Picasso recently died.
Was there specific information you were looking for?
What elementary school was that? Heaven's Gate? What bridge would they come off of? Circa 1943 from Miss Parsons' class. Made during enrichment period.
And powder.
Which is the eldest of these paintings?
The eldest, well, many of them are reproductions. We don't have anywhere near an illustrious collection as the Louvre. Let's see. I know the Gates of Heaven was actually painted in 1820. Every toreador knows that. It's practically on the quiz. Some of them are from local artistes, if you would call them that. I would say Heaven's Gate if I had to say off the top of my head. Or the Gates of Heaven, sorry.
Unfortunately, that one does not strike my fancy.
I understand. Is there a particular one that you do like? And you're welcome to make it up.
Besides these homages to Alexandria, what did you say they were?
Who, what now?
The statues.
They basically, it's a redesign of Heron of Alexandria, as I mentioned.
These homages to Harry of Alexandria.
There's not much for me to learn here.
Well, we are a museum, not a library, but if you have any further questions or interests, I will answer your questions as best I can.
You have my gratitude.
Of course. Anything else, Mr. Ash?
That is all. I will be taking my leave.
Murphy, you come stumbling back in.
Well, that's a fun juxtaposition.
Maria! Oh,
You're talking to Maria too? Oh, yeah, I guess you have to.
how's it going, doll? I guess I gotta
My word.
Juxtaposition.
Something wrong?
I'll look
Name?
Murphy Firo. You could call me Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. And your sire?
That fucking asshole Ricky Ross.
The boss.
And where is he?
Fuck if I know, up in his little mansion. That cocksucker.
You're not here to introduce you.
Introduce me. You think I want to fucking be here? I swear to God, it feels like you think you're better than me.
If I wasn't high right now.
True.
But it's alright, it's alright. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Fuck Ricky, I don't really belong to his shit.
Are you guys still near Maria?
Yeah. I'm
You
looking
get
at
a feeling that this is exactly the kind of shit she was talking about?
You're just like, I'm so sorry.
Truly deplorable.
Motherfuckers. In
Right
any
now,
case,
there's a bunch of people looking at you right now just thinking they're all better than you.
I was told to report to you.
I'm thinking I'm better than you.
I will tell the prince now that you arrived. He will be with you at the end of the party tonight.
I thank you, doll. I'm just gonna go find myself somewhere to sit. JJ! Hey, buddy!
I still believe you can make most Mexican dishes into breakfast simply by adding fried eggs to it.